Paper clay makes two changes to ceramics. Firstly, it changes conventional techniques, and then secondly, it offers a whole lot of new techniques which were never considered in ceramics in the 10,000 years people were making things out of clay. So firstly, we'll just look at the changes conventional thinking, and major cause of that is the cellulose fibres are like tiny pipes or straws through the clay body. But how does that change conventional ceramics? Well, firstly, it saves time. You can speed dry work, and also you don't have to worry about being careful drying or uneven drying. What that means is even if it dries quickly or uneven, you're getting less cracks appear, because the fibres allow the water to move through it and equalise it. Also, the fibres actually act like reinforcing in concrete. That means that the cracks are less likely to appear structurally. Also, it means that if your work, when it's dry, breaks, you drop it or you mishandle and so on, you can stick it back together. So that means you have to start again. With conventional clay, once it's dry and it cracks and breaks, that's it, you have to start again. So the other two things is you'll end up making lighter work. A lot of people think it's because the paper's in it's making lighter, but in fact it's lighter because you use less clay in building work, you can build quicker and thinner. It also means when you're firing, you can do single firings and faster firings, and that's quite radical. So these are changes conventional making. It's a way that you make that are altered. It means it's less stressful, it means it's quicker, it means you use less resources, so it's cheaper, less equipment rust and things like that from firing too many times in conventional clay. That means you can be more creative, but also it makes it easier for beginners. Beginners will find clay so much less stressful. And for people who work in conventional clay, it will take a while for you to adjust to this, but you will see the benefits if you start using paper clay and start using some of the advantages. Now we move to the second part. This is the more radical stuff. And paper clay means that you can do stuff you could never think possible. You can join wet, soft clay onto dry paper clay. You can even join dry to dry paper clay, just using clay slippers to join it. You can also join dry to soft clay. And then we get even more radical. You can join fired clay to soft clay, or soft clay to fired clay. These are radical ways of thinking. Also, a lot of people have been trying to add different materials, organic or inorganic materials, to clay, and they've had quite a bit frustrating in that. But paper clay means it's so much easier to add all these alternative materials to your clay. So you're creating a hybrid or a composite material. And this steps outside conventional ceramics, but you can use it to make more conventional forms, but more radical forms. And with those radical forms comes you're stepping outside what conventional ceramics looks like. So we're moving ceramics from 10,000 years history to now we're using it in a contemporary society to express contemporary ideas. So it becomes truly contemporary art form. It's truly exciting, greater creativity, and you make unique and more interesting work, both for you, the making, and for the audiences.